Hare Krishna, Jai Saparika Shisi Guru Goranga, Radha Shamasunda Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. My obeisances to all the Vaishnavas, Vanchakalpa Thurubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhyevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha. And welcome to our Wednesday evening Prapanna Jivanamrtam study group. Tonight, this is being broadcast from my home, as London is now all in lockdown, and we're not meant to leave our homes. So our temple, where we usually broadcast from, has been closed to the public, so I'm broadcasting from here. I'm very happy that you've all come to see our little group and participate in this way. If you're live or if you're watching the recorded class, I'll try and speak something about it. Probably won't be as long as we normally have, because there's no audience here apart from members of my family. So we shall begin. Tonight we're reading chapter 6 of Prapanna jivanamrtam. Prapanna jivanamrtam, in case you're tuning in for the first time, is the seminal work by our Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, on the subject of Sharanagati, or surrender in devotion. How to practice that Sharanagati and how to cultivate it in our lives as an integral part of our devotional practice. Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, without Sharanagati, our sadhana, our everything that we do in devotion, without Sharanagati is more or less just a lifeless form. So if we are Sharanagata, that means surrendered to the Lord, then the Lord will hear our prayers. If, on the other hand, we are not surrendered to the Lord, our prayer should be to be able to cultivate that surrender. So Srila Guru Maharaj has advised us that we should earnestly discuss about this subject matter, to try to invoke that grace of the Lord, and to try to cultivate that within our own lives, for it to be what informs and motivates our bhakti sadhana every day. So this is chapter 6, Sri Bhakta Vachanamritam, words of nectar from the devotees, Gop Tripte Baranam, embracing the Lord's guardianship. Hey Krishna Pahimam Nata Kripayat Magatam Kuru Ityevam Pratanam Krishnam Praptum Shami Sarupata Goptriptve Baranam Gyayam Bhakti Ridyataram Param Prapat Ekartakatvena Tad Angitvena Tat Smritam. O Krishna, please protect me. My dear Lord, kindly accept me as your own. Such a prayer, as well as the prayer to obtain Sri Krishna as one's Lord and Master, is the supreme solace to the hearts of the pure devotees, and is known by them as Goptripte Baranam, embracing the Lord's guardianship. Because it expresses one and the same ideal as unconditional surrender, Goptripte Baranam is accepted as the chief of the 6 limbs of surrender. Sri Bhagavato Bhakta Bhavanashraya Prarthanam. Appearing as his own devotee, the Supreme Lord himself prays for refuge. Ayi Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddho Kripaya Tavapada Pankaja Stita Duli Sadrisham Vichintaya. O Nanda Nandana, son of King Nanda, although I am your eternal servant, I have fallen into the terrible ocean of material existence due to the fructification of my own deeds, my karma. Please graciously consider me to be a particle of dust at your lotus feet. That is, of course, from Sri Shikastakam. Sarvasad guna vigraha atma prado harir eva goptriptvena bharaniya. Only the self-giving Lord Sri Hari, the supreme good, should be petitioned for guardianship. Ka panditas tvad aparam sharanam samiyad, bhakta priyad rita gira surida kritagnat, sarvam dadati surido bhajato bikamam, atmanam api upachaya pachayo na jasya. This is a verse spoken by Akrura. You give your affection to your devotees. Your word is truth. You are the ever grateful friend. Can any intelligent person thus take refuge in anyone but you? You fulfill all the desires of the sincere souls that serve you, giving your very self to them, and yet you are neither augmented nor diminished thereby. Sri Krishna Charanam Eva Prapananam Santapahari Shuddha Barshi Ataparam Atapatram. The lotus feet of Lord Krishna are the umbrella to vanquish the suffering of his surrendered souls and shower nectar upon them. Tapa trayena bihidhasya gore santapyamanasya bhavadvamisha pasyami nanyach charanam tavangri dvanvata patrad amrita bivarasat. This is spoken by Uddhava. O Master, for persons afflicted by the triple miseries in this ghastly course of material existence, I see no other shelter but the umbrella of your holy lotus feet, from which the rain of eternal nectar showers down. Sadripu taditasya shanti hinasya shwanata charanashrayam eva abhaya shokamrita pradam. For the disturbed soul, who is flogged by his 6 enemies, only the shelter of the lotus feet of his natural master awards him immortality in fearlessness and sorrowlessness. Chiramiha vrijinartas tapyamano nutapaya avitrisha sad amrito labda shanti katanchit sharanada samupetas tvat padabjam paratmanam abhayam ritam ashokam pahi mapunamisha. This is spoken by Muchakunda. O Supreme Soul, for time immemorial in this material world, I have been tormented with sin, stung with remorse, and constantly harassed by my 6 insatiable enemies, the 5 senses and the mind. O gracious awarder of shelter, somehow I have come before your holy lotus feet, which are the embodiment of fearlessness, sorrowlessness, and positive immortality. My Master, please protect this one distressed. Labda Sharupa Sandanasya Kamadi Sangha Janya Nija Vairupye Dikara Juktasya Sharanagatasya Sri Haridasyam Eva Asach Chestadito Niskriti Karakatvena Anubhutam. The realization of the fact that the surrendered soul who discovers his eternal identity and denounces his perversity caused by the association of lust, anger, greed, madness, delusion, and hatred, is rescued forever from all evil pursuits by the devotional service of Lord Krishna. Kamadinam katina katidda polita durnideshas desham jata mayi na karuna na trapa no pashanti utsrijatam ata jadupate sampratam labdha buddhish tvam ayata sharanam abhayam mam niyukunj atma dasye. O Lord, for so long have I obeyed the unending wicked dictates of lust, anger, greed, madness, delusion, and hatred. But they never took pity upon me, and I have felt neither shame nor the desire to abandon them. O Lord of the Jadus, after all this, I am leaving them behind. At last I have found my genuine sanity. I am surrendered wholly unto your lotus feet, which are the abode of fearlessness. Please now engage me as your personal servitor. Upalabdha Krishna Shrayaka Mangalasya Chashraya Prapti Vilambanetad Aprapti Sambhavanayam Udvega Prakasha. The expression of anguish in the suspense of delay in achieving the shelter of Lord Krishna by one who realizes such shelter to be the only good fortune. Krishna Tvadiya Padapankaja Panjarantam Adyaiva me Vishatu Manasaraja Hangsa Prana Prayana Samaye Kafavata Pita Kantavarodana Vidho Smaranam Kutaste. This is a very famous verse spoken by Maharaj Kulashekar. O Krishna, please allow my mind to immediately yield to your lotus flower-like feet, just as the flamingo enters into the labyrinth of the lotus flower stems. When at the moment of my last breath, my throat becomes constricted by the action of the bodily humours, air, bile, and phlegm, how will I be able to remember you? Swarupata eva Sri Krishnasya Abhiva Katta Palakatta Darshanena Tadarashraya Prarthana. A prayer for the shelter of Lord Sri Krishna, with the vision that he alone is the natural guardian and sustainer of the living being. Krishna Rakshato na Jagatraya Guru Krishnam Namadvam Sada Krishnenai Kalila Satravo Vinihata Krishnaya Tasmai Namaha Krishnad Eva Samutitam Jagatidam Krishnasya Daso Smyaham Krishne Tatasti Vishvametad Akilam He Krishna Rakshavam Mam. This is also from Maharaj Kulashekar. May Lord Krishna, the Guru of the three worlds, protect us. Our obeisance unto Lord Krishna at all times. Krishna is the vanquisher of all enemies. I offer my obeisance unto that Krishna. This world emanates from Krishna. I am the servant of only Krishna. This whole universe is situated within Krishna alone. O Krishna, please protect me. Gopi Janabalaba Eva Parama Palaka. The only guardian is Krishna, the beloved Lord of the Gopis. Hey Gopalaka, hey Kripa, Jalanidhe, hey Sindhu Kanyapate, hey Kansanataka, hey Gajendra, Karuna Parina, hey Madhava, hey Ramanuja, hey Jagat Traya Guru, hey Pundarikakshamam, hey Gopi Jananata, Palaya Param, Janamina Twambina. Again, Maharaj Kulashekar. O tender of the cows, ocean of mercy, O Lord of the goddess of fortune, O slayer of Kamsa, merciful deliverer of Gajendra, O sweet, artful Krishna, O young brother of Balaram, Guru of the three worlds, O lotus-eyed Lord, O dear Lord of the gopis, please protect me in every way. I know no one but you. I don't know if I said, but that's also from Maharaj Kulashekar. Nitya Parshada Api Sarvatmana Sri Krishna Shrayam Pratayante. Even the eternal associates of the Lord pray wholeheartedly for his shelter. Manaso Britayo Nashu Krishna Padam Bhujashrayaha Bacho Vidinyanir Namnam Kayastat Pravanadishu. O Uddhava, may our thoughts take refuge in the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. May our words be the chanting of his holy names, and may our bodies be engaged in making obeisance unto him. And this is spoken by Nanda Maharaj. Braja hlasya Sri Krishnasya palakattam prabhavamayan. The most powerful protection is afforded by Sri Krishna, the Lord of divine pastimes in Vrindavan. Dadi matam ninadaischakta nidra prabhate Nibritapadam agaram balavinam prabhishtaha Mukha kamala samirai rashu nirvapya dipan kavalita navanita patu mambala krishnaha. This is spoken by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That child Krishna, who, awakening by the sound of butter churning, stealthily enters the homes of the cowherd ladies, swiftly blows out the lamps with the breeze of his lotus mouth, and devours the fresh butter. May he kindly protect me. Sarbata Jojata Hinashyapi Prapatav Anadikarovana. Even a totally unqualified person is not unfit to surrender. Na dharma nishtosmi na chatma vedhi, na bhakti mams chach charanara binde, akinchano nanya gati sharanyam, tvatpada moolam sharanam prapadye. This is spoken by Sri Jamunacharya. O Supreme Refuge, I am not religious. I do not know the nature of the soul, nor have I any devotion for your holy lotus feet. Therefore I am bereft. I am bereft of all good, and I am bereft of any other shelter. Such as I am, I surrender unto the dust of your lotus feet. Sri Bhagavata Kripavalokanam Evashraya Datritam. The shelter of the Supreme Lord is awarded by his merciful glance. Aviveka Gahananda Dinmukhe Bahuda Santata Dukkha Barshini Bhagavan Bhava Durdine Pata Shikalitam Mam Avalokaya Chuta. Again spoken by Jamunacharya. O Lord, spreading darkness in all directions, the clouds of ignorance are constantly raining multifarious calamities. I have lost my way in this storm of material suffering. O infallible Lord, kindly cast your glance upon me. Jivasya Bhagavat Palyatam Sarupata Eva Siddham. It is proven to be perfectly natural for the soul to be sustained by the Lord. Tadaham twadritena natavam madritetam dayani yavannacha. Vidhi nirmitam etad anvayam Bhagavan palayama sma jihaya. O Lord, without you I cannot have a guardian, and without me you cannot have a fit recipient for your mercy. This is our relationship as the Creator and the created. Therefore, please take my charge, O my Master, and never leave me. Again, Jamunacharya. Prapanasya vivida seva sambandha. A surrendered soul's various serving relationships with the Lord. Pita tvam matatvam doita tanayas tvam priya surit. Tvam eva tvam mitran gurur api gatis chasi jagatam. Tvadiyas tvad brityas tava parijanas tad gatiraham. Prapanas chaivam satta aham api tavaivangsi hi baraha. Chamunacharya once again. For the entire creation you are Father, Mother, beloved Son, dear well-wisher and friend. You are the universal Guru, the ultimate refuge, and I also am yours, sustained by you, a member of your family. You alone are my shelter. I am your surrendered soul, and such as I am, your dependent. Bhagavatas Chaitanya Chandrasya Patita Palakaptam. Sri Chaitanya Chandra's guardianship for the fallen. Sangsara Dukkha Jalado Patitasya Kama. Krodhadi Nakra Makarai Kavali Kritasya. Durvasana Nigaditasya Nirashrayasya. Chaitanya Chandra Mama Dehi Padavalambam. Spoken by Prabodhananda Saraswati. O Chaitanya Chandra, I have fallen into the miserable ocean of material existence, and being devoured by the sharks and alligators of lust, anger, greed, madness, delusion, and hatred. Chained by wicked desires, I am bereft of any shelter. Please graciously grant me the refuge of your holy lotus feet. Nirasasyapi Ashapradan Gaura Sharanam. The shelter of Sri Gaurachandra gives hope to the hopeless. Hahanta Hanta Paramoshara Chitta Bhomo Vyarti Bhavanti Mama Sadhana Kotayopi Sarvatmana Tadaham Adbhuta Bhakti Bijam Sri Gaurachandra Charanam Sharanam Karomi. Again from Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad. Alas, to cultivate the barren and rocky desert land of my heart, tens of millions of assiduous attempts have proven to be simply futile. Therefore, with all the will at my command, I embrace the shelter of Sri Gaurachandra's lotus feet, the source of the miraculous seed of pure devotion. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prapanasya Vairagyadi Bhakti Porikara Siddhi. For the soul surrendered to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Dev, the attainment of detachment, knowledge, etc. are proven to be concomitant ornaments of devotion. Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga Shikshartameka Purusho Parana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Shariradari Kripam Budhir Jastam Aham Prapadye. Very famous verse amongst the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, composed and spoken by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. The endless ocean of mercy, the eternal Supreme Person, one without a second, has appeared as Sri Krishna Chaitanya to teach detachment, divine knowledge, and his personal relationship in devotion. I do surrender unto him. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prapatireva Juga Dharma. the only pure religion of the age, surrendered unto the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anta Krishnam Bahir Goram Darshitang Gadi Vaibhavam Kalo Sankirtanadyaisma Krishna Chaitanya Mashritaha. Again, a very famous verse composed by Srila Jiva Goswami. Accompanied by his divine entourage, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya has appeared in all his pristine glory. In this age of Kali, we now take shelter in him by means of the characteristic method of devotional service based on Sankirtan, congregational chanting of the holy names. Within, he is none other than Krishna himself, and without, he is the golden Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya Ashritasya Parama Pumarta Prapati. The soul surrendered to Sri Chaitanya Dev attains the supreme perfection of human life. Yogyana Matam Bhavanam Dayalor Ulaghayan Api Akarot Pramatam Swaprema Sampat Sudaya Bhuteham Sri Krishna Chaitanyam Amum Prapadye. This is a verse from Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. I surrender unto that performer of miraculous deeds, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the merciful Supreme Personality, who delivered the insane universe from the disease of ignorance, and then drove the world stark mad with the nectarian treasure of his sweet love divine. Shruti Vimrigya Sri Harinama Samshrayanam Eva Parama Muktanam Bhajanam. The pure devotional service rendered by the great liberated souls, complete refuge in the holy name of the Lord, as sought after by all the Vedas. Nikila Shruti Moli Ratnamala Juti Nirajita Pada Pankajanta Ai Mukta Kale Upashyamana Paritastam Harinama Samshrayami. This is, of course, a famous verse of Srila Rupa Goswami. The acme of all the Vedas, the Upanishads, are like a string of transcendental jewels. The tips of the toes of your lotus feet, O holy name, are eternally worshipped by the radiance emanating from those jewels. You are constantly worshipped by the great liberated souls, headed by Narad and Shuka, whose hearts are reposed in complete absence of worldly aspirations. Therefore, O name divine, I surrender unto you in every time, place, and circumstance. Iti Sri Prapanna jivanamrtam Sri Bhakta Vachanamritantargatam Goptripte Baranam Nama Shasto Jayaha. Thus ends the 6th chapter, embracing the Lord's guardianship, words of nectar from the devotees, in life nectar of the surrendered souls, positive and progressive immortality. So, although I can't be at our mott this evening, I'm speaking to you from our home, which is our mini mott, you can say, where we try to practice our devotional service to Lord Krishna and his devotees. And we are very happy to report that as of this time, that none of our devotees in our community have contracted this virus, but we are trying as best as possible to follow the guidelines to isolate ourselves, but at that same time, we must not isolate ourselves from Krishna and from the practice of Hari Sankirtan. So there are many forms of Sankirtan, but the basis of Sankirtan is Shravanam Kirtanam. Shravana means to hear the glories of the Lord, and Kirtana means to repeat those glories. Once we have digested that, you can say, as much as we are able, we should try to broadcast that to others. Whoever we come across, whoever we meet, whoever we encounter, we should try to encourage them to practice Krishna consciousness, the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. And the holy names of the Lord are the only cure for everything that ails us in this material world. So, of course, everybody is worried for themselves, for their loved ones, for their future, for so many things. It is a very disturbing and uncertain time. But above all of that, there is always the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna and the association of the Vaishnavas. And we are so fortunate that in this modern age that we are able to associate with the Vaishnavas even when we are not physically with them, through the medium of the internet and so on. So we are trying our best to give some association and get the association of the Vaishnavas by tuning in to the broadcasts of the Hari Katha that is being spread all over the world. And we are also trying to do our little bit for that. But actually we should not be afraid and we should not be concerned, because whatever will come to us, that is already ordained. And there's nothing that we can do to prevent that. And nothing we can do to bring that about either. So, whatever comes to us is the result of our own activity. So, Guru Maharaj very, very fond and of this shloka from the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is, maybe you can say, one of the central themes of his teaching. And that verse that all devotees, I'm sure, know. Tattenu kampaya shushamikṣamanu bujjanna evatma kritam vipakam ridbag vapurbir vishadam namaste jiveta jo mukti pada swa daya bak. That means that, in a nutshell, whatever is coming to us, that is the result of our own action. And no one else to blame but ourselves. So it is no good to say, it is the Chinese virus, or to say that, it was created in some laboratory for the, to thin out the human population by some unscrupulous. It doesn't matter. What was the cause? That's all external. The internal cause is that we are ourselves meant to come in connection with this wave that is inundating the world at this moment. We are not immune to our collective karma. As the human race, we are also collectively and individually responsible for everything that comes to us. But what this verse says, Guru Maharaj says, gives a very happy solution to us, is that if we tolerate whatever is coming to us, and not just tolerate, but see that it is actually the best thing that could happen to us. It's very easy to say that, of course. When we're in the midst of such things, it is not so difficult, not so easy for us to say. It is more difficult when we are suffering. But if we can see that the hand of the Lord is behind everything, and that the Lord is our supreme well-wishing friend. He is the controller of everything, the cause of everything, but he is our friend. And not only that, he is all good. There is nothing within him, not one iota of vindictiveness in his nature. So he doesn't give anything to us for any malicious purpose, but only for our betterment. So if we can see the smiling face of the Lord behind every event, behind every circumstance, try to see that. Then we will be blessed and able to make progress in our spiritual life. So to tolerate whatever will come to us, but not only to tolerate, to try to see that something positive is meant from this. The Lord is giving something to us in a positive way, to teach us, to purify us, to bring us closer to Him. So now many of us are isolated in our homes and unable to leave for work or leisure or any of these things, just for what they consider essential things. But that means that we can utilize that time to try to go deeper, try to establish ourselves more firmly in the plane of faith. Because when everything else dissolves in this material world, as everything does, only the faith, the plane of faith, remains. We are thinking that faith is some kind of a nebulous thing, or like a mental thing or a conceptual thing or something like that. But actually, faith is the most fundamental thing. Everything that we do is based on faith, whatever it may be. When we eat our cereal in the morning, we do so because we have faith that it will give us nourishment. When we walk in the street and put one foot in front of the other, it's because we have faith that the ground will support us. So these are, you can say, unconscious faith. We don't even think about it, we just do it. So, but nothing we do is not connected with faith. Everything we do is faith. So really we should try to put our faith in the absolute. And if we try to see the kindness and the grace of the absolute, then we will not suffer. Being aspiring devotees of the Lord doesn't give us any immunity to any disease or virus or anything that may be out there, but it may afford us some kind of better perspective to see that what is happening is for our best interest. If we can see that and sincerely accept that, then whatever may happen to us, we will not feel any difficulty. Everything is happening. That is, Krishna says in the Gita, that this devotional service can protect us from the greatest fear. And Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, in his Gita commentary, he says that great fear, the Mahabhayam, the greatest fear, is the fear of death. So, but we should not fear death, because death is only a stepping stone. And if we are devoted to Lord Krishna, it may be the gateway that leads us to his lotus feet. If we can accept that, you see, the hard truth is that no one can avoid death. A death is waiting for us today or tomorrow, by some way or another. It is inevitable for everyone. Death will come to everyone. So not to fear that. Why should we fear what is inevitable? Rather, we should try our very best to utilize the time that we have to prepare ourselves for that. To make ourselves ready. As Lord Krishna says, whatever consciousness you possess at the time of death, that state you must attain, for sure. So we should try to cultivate devotion to the Lord. Try to cultivate a loving relationship with the Lord by taking shelter of his holy name. When we take shelter of his holy name and we are confident that he will protect us, then we will have no fear. And this chapter of Sri Prapanna jivanamrtam, Goptipte Baranam, that is embracing the Lord as our guardian. So Srila Guru Maharaj used to say, devotional life means the guardian-ruled family. So Krishna consciousness means the guardian ruled family. We are not alone. We are not independent. We are living under the shelter of our guardian. So just like the residents of Vrindavan, they had to take shelter under Govardhan Hill. When Indra sent his clouds of devastation to inundate Vrindavan, it wasn't an ordinary storm. It was a great deluge. It was meant to finish the residents of Vrindavan. But when Krishna lifted the hill and all of his devotees took shelter under the hill, then Krishna protected them. They were, you can say, they were in forced isolation for 1 week. And during that time, all they saw was the lotus face and the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And Srila Guru Maharaj remarks, if we take shelter at the lotus feet of Giriraj Govardhan, then no Indra can harm us. So whatever comes in this world, Indra is the most powerful of the devatas, the controller of the elements. But even he cannot harm those who are surrendered at the lotus feet of the Lord. What to speak of anything of this material world, be it adhyatmic, bautic or adhidaivic. Nothing can harm us. And whatever comes to us, we can see that as the grace of the Lord, to bring us closer to him, to help us to surrender more fully to him. So we should not have any fear. We should know that everything that is happening is entirely beyond our control. Whatever we can do, if it is meant to come to face us, we must face that. But we should face that with faith and devotion. We should face that with the certainty that Lord Krishna is our guardian and he is the most merciful of all. He is so merciful. This is my conviction from the many years of trying to practice devotional service. I know that I am very, very unqualified, but I have this conviction that we are not dealing with any impersonal absolute. We are dealing with the Supreme Person, and that person is the all love, all kindness, all sympathy, all mercy. We are dealing with that merciful Lord, and surely he will be merciful to us. If we try to give ourselves to him, he will be merciful to us. After all, Srila Guru Maharaj used to say, you are designed and destined for that. Why did the Lord create the living beings? Not just to suffer in this material world eternally, but rather to live a life of love and joy and ever-increasing bliss under his shelter and in his company. He has such power and such grace that he can give us everything. Every one of us. Nobody needs to feel that they will be neglected. He has such capacity that he can give the greatest satisfaction to everyone, to every living being, because every living being is part and parcel of him. And every living being has some part to play in his loving devotional service. So we are aspiring for that. We are aspiring servants at the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, at the lotus feet of the devotees of Lord Krishna. And if we are sincere in our attempt, he will not neglect us. He will give us his shelter, he will give his grace to us, and he will lift us up. And before we know it, we will find ourselves awake in another plane of life, a higher plane of life, above all of the so-called suffering and the so-called happiness of this material world. Both are nothing, actually. So this is Guru Maharaj. We can see, we are reminded that in Guru Maharaj, in Search for Sri Krishna, Reality the Beautiful, he's asked by someone, what about, many people are worried about a coming nuclear war or a nuclear holocaust. And Guru Maharaj's response is, what of that? It is a point on a line on a plane, and a plane in a solid. So in other words, within eternity, it is nothing. There's nothing. And similarly, this present situation with this coronavirus and all of these things, it is just that, a point on a line in a plane in a solid. It is insignificant within eternity. And we are to face many things within eternity. Many worse things than this, and many worse things we have already faced. There is no end to that in this material world. But if we try to connect ourselves with the absolute, with the eternal, then we will find that we have a part to play and a place to stay within the relativity of the infinite. Although we are finite, we also have some place and some purpose within the infinite. And the infinite is so kind and so merciful and so loving that he wants to bring us to him. He wants to give himself to us. And in his most magnanimous feature as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not only does he want to bring us to him, he wants to endow us with the highest type of joy and bliss, which is Sri Krishna Prema. And Sri Krishna Prema, which has never before been given so widely in the world, that is being distributed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees. So we should rejoice for that. We should rejoice and understand that whatever's happening now, that is just a small thing, just something that will all be over before we know it. And whether we survive or whether we don't survive, our soul is eternal. The soul never dies. Maharaj Parikshit, when he was hearing from Shukadev Goswami, finally, when Shukadev had finished, he tells Maharaj Parikshit, don't think that you're going to die, because that's Pashu Buddhi. That means the mentality of an animal. We should know that we do not die. We do not die. The soul lives eternally and moves from one body to another in this universe. And that is no cause for celebration, but it means that because we live within eternity, if we can connect with the eternal flow of grace and mercy, we can go beyond the conception of the body. We can move beyond the conception of the relative pleasures and pains of this material world and live in an ocean of joy, diving and surfacing again and again within the ocean of joy, which is service at the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna. This is what Mahaprabhu Chaitanya Deva has come to give us. And the way to, the way to connect with that wave is through Sharanagati. So this is essential for us. We are considering that Sri Prapanna jivanamrtam, that is the divine scripture revealed in this world, in only a few years ago, you can say, but she has revealed herself in her divine pristine form, just so that we can understand the necessity of Sharanagati and embrace the path of Sharanagati. So we're so happy that we can hear and speak about this Prapanna jivanamrtam, the life nectar of the surrendered souls. Every week we are trying to do this, and if you will tune in to our broadcast, as long as we are well, as long as we are here, we shall try and continue with that. And if you can come and join with us, we'll be so happy. So now I'll end for this evening. I'm very happy that you could all join with me, and I hope that you will join with me again next week. In the meantime, we are thinking about how to make more online content for the help of the devotees who are maybe in a similar position to us, isolated, self-isolation, not able to visit their local temple. Every morning I'm listening to Chaitanya Charitamrita spoken by Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardhan Maharaj in SoCal Ashram. They are also in lockdown there, but every morning he is reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we are benefiting from that. So try, if you are at home with your families or at home alone, try and connect with the devotees through the medium of the internet. We know that the internet is full of so many terrible and horrible things, but it is also a medium by which we can elevate ourselves through hearing Harikatha, through communicating with the Vaishnavas, and this way we can join in the Sankirtan movement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So thank you all very much. Please accept my humble obeisances. Please stay well, be safe, and help each other as much as possible. And we are also here to help you. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Vaishnava Brinda Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswata Acharya Brinda Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.